Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. We've got another unboxing today. So we've got two pretty large boxes to unbox. We're going to start with this one first because what's in here is for this. Alright, so let's get started. So we set it on top of the second one just so that way it's a little easier to open. You guys already saw Definitive Technology. So if you don't know who Definitive Technology is, they are an audio company, really kind of in line with like the audiophile series of speakers. All right, and the reason I went with Definitive Technology, so that's who this other box is from as well, is I do all of my own music for this channel, whether it's the car reviews, the detailing. So I need something rather than some good headphones to be able to do the music production. And so I've been searching and searching for quite some time now, and finally decided, hey, now's the time, now that we're edging up to that 50 video mark, and I'm tired of wearing headphones when I'm doing that music production. So let's see what's in the box. This one first. Okay, all right, so we've got our instructions in here. So if you really want to know what's in here already, it's some speaker stands. It's the ST1 line, which is meant for 2 speakers only. I'm not going to tell you what those are yet. You just have to wait to see when we get in the box. But this packaging is very, very nice. Everything is just padded. Like, what is this? We got this nice, like, felt cloth protecting whatever is in here. I don't know what this is. Oh no, we broke our styrofoam. All right, so let's see what we have in here. This is pretty awesome though, that they managed to just really take care of everything. So, well, there's that. Hello? A tiny little window. Alright. Now that we've got, we know what's in here too. These are some screws to put the speaker stands together. And again, it comes in this nice little like canvasy bag. So that's awesome. And then the actual stands themselves are also in this like felt cloth lining. So really good attention to detail and the actual packaging of this. So this is the stand. I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking that the base, well, or is this the base? This is the base. I don't know what the base is. We'll figure it out here soon. All right, so we'll just set that one down. And then we also have, oh, I don't think we've even gotten to the base yet. So one of these is the top, and I'm guessing this side's gonna be the bottom. But really, really nice. So if this is actually where the speaker is gonna sit, it's lined. Get this a little closer for you guys. So it's lined in this nice, like, what's that? Like 1/8 of an inch of rubber. So that way, you know, your speaker's not just going to slip off. So that's really, really awesome that they put that on there. Because no one wants a speaker falling. Can't let the tape win. Oh, we got a bunch of stuff in here. I'm going to bring you guys just a little closer. Come with me. Hello. All right, so tilt it down to here. All right, so these are gonna be the bases for these stands. Again, felt lined or felt cloth-ish lining. God, these are really, really nice. Kind of like a matte gloss on the bottom, and the rest of this is just like texturized material. And then you have Definitive's logo right here on the bottom, the D dot or D period. And then we have the speaker stand feet here. So each one of them should get 4, right? Yep, 4. And then I'm not entirely sure what these are for just yet. It may be the mounting pieces that go on the top of the speaker stands over here to actually put the speaker on. And then, as you can see, again, real nice attention to detail, putting their logo right there on these mounting screws. And then we'll take this one out as well. I still can't get over that they packaged this so nicely. All right, and so we are done with the unboxing of this. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna actually build these, and then we'll come back, see the sturdiness of them, and then we'll get to the unboxing of the speakers. So I will see you guys right after I build these. So as I'm finishing up the build on the second one, I also wanted to note one of the other reasons why I went with Definitive is because I also have their Super Cube 4000 subs. We got 2 of those. So that was also one of my reasonings as to going with Definitive, is to go ahead and stay true to the brand and also go back to a brand that I've purchased before and I've basically fell in love with when it comes to the sound reproduction of it. All right, so here they are set up. So the build quality is really well, and they're pretty sturdy. There's a little bit of wobble, but you have to remember, the pegs on them are also triangular shaped. And again, we've got all of our wires ran already. And just in case you were wondering what the Super Cube 4000s look like, that's them right there. And then we've got another one over here. So overall, great build quality, and the time that it took to build them was probably 5 minutes. All right, so now it's time for the actual speakers. We're gonna get our handy dandy little scissors over here and cut through this tape again, so we're not just being seen on the old struggle bus, All right, and oh gosh, I can't even look at these right now. Look! So is that opening up? Oh, I thought I was already looking at the finish of one of them, which also threw me off because these are supposed to be piano black, and well, this is not piano black, and it's definitely not a speaker. So what we have inside of this, a microfiber cloth for cleaning our piano black surfaces, and an owner's manual. All right. So we went with the Demand Series speakers, all right? I did a lot of research on these and thought that these would work best for the application that I'm going to be using them for. So these also come in 3 different models. So you have your D7, your D9, and then your D11. If you can guess which one that we got the D11. So the reason I got the D11, we'll talk about this as we are unboxing. Maybe. Take this giant piece of styrofoam off. Good gosh. Okay, so you guys can see how giant these things are. All right, so yeah, I could have went with floor standing speakers because, well, we already have stands now, so it almost would have made a little more sense too. But I wanted something that was also going to be able to be moved around. Say if I wanted to put them on the desk, I could put them on the desk. Instead of just always having them up front somewhere, depending on where I'm at, or if I decide to rearrange the office. So I wanted a little more versatility with them. The other reason that I got these over the other 2 was basically because of the wattage and the frequency response. So I'm all about some bass. That's why I have 2 of their Super Cube 4000s. And get one of these things out, and then we can talk through it a little bit more. All right, so this is so nice. So again, you have this felt like lined cloth. You've got a definitive sticker on the side if you wanted to, you know, wear that anywhere. Oh my gosh, look at these things. Look at that piano black. I feel like I need to go put some gloves on. Wow. Okay. Like I don't think I've ever seen piano black this shiny before. This is really, really nice. And so then you also have your grill cover that is magnetic. You ready for it? And you also have this grill top, and we'll talk about that here in a second. Let's go ahead and peel this thing off. Look at them! Look at these things. So you don't have to use the grill cover. Definitive said that they doubt that a lot of people will. So what they did with this is actually aluminum. They went through and like sand beaded it down so you have a semi-textured surface on it. And then you also have definitive technology written on the top. Goodness gracious. And these things are pretty heavy as well. And then you have two different posts, so you can either just run it standard or you can do biamp on it. We're just gonna run them standard. And as I'm having to sit down on my side, like it also has rubber mounts on the bottom of this to also not cause slipping if you do just decide to put it on a desk as opposed to utilizing the stands. So that's also a good feature and nice attention to detail by Definitive on that. And then also on the bottom you have where your mounting screw will go once they're on the stand. So even though you don't get to see that D, like I mentioned before, that's a good attention to detail from them. All right, so as we're looking at the design on these things, so what do we have? Let's start from the top. So underneath this cover, which I don't think that you can take this off, it's a 6x10 bass radiator, which accompanies the 6.5 mid bass woofer. And then you also have a 1-inch tweeter up here. So let's talk about why this looks the way that it does. You have this little guy right here, which is called the Linear Wave Response Guide. And we'll talk about what that does here in just a second, because as you notice, the tweeter is not centered. And then you also have this all this other stuff right here, right? So what does that do? So essentially what the offset does, this little piece in the front, and the Linear Wave Response Guide does, is it assures better sound travel to the listener's ear. So that way you're basically alleviating any diffraction or reflections that are gonna cause like out of phase sounds. So there's a lot of technology, it's their name, Definitive Technology, that goes into every single one of their speakers, and this is one of their newest setups. This isn't super new, it's been out for about 2 years now or so. So they don't really update their speakers a whole lot very often. So what you get here is probably gonna be what's around for the next few years. And again, like if you wanna see what it looks like with the grill back on it, it's just a magnetic snap, okay? That's what it looks like, but we will be utilizing it like this. And then one thing to note on these is that they also, the entire Demand Series line runs at 4 ohms. So make sure if you decide on these that you have an amp that's supportable for that. So the overall frequency response range on this is 44 hertz all the way up to 24,000 hertz or 24 kilohertz. So pretty impressive. How about we test these things out now? So I'm gonna unbox the other one real quick, and then after that, get these things put up on their stands. We'll take a look at how it looks with these speakers on those stands by the Super Cubes. And then you know what song that we're gonna listen to. You got it, the test song that's in the car reviews that we did with the HomePods. So we're gonna check that out, see how these sound. I'm gonna keep the subs off we'll listen to these by themselves, and then we'll turn the subs on and see how much fuller that sound is. All right guys, so this is the setup. Get out of the way so that way you can see it. Yeah, we got cables all over the place right now, but I think it looks absolutely phenomenal in here now. Everything just looks super, super clean. One thing that I did is I used for the amp an Odyssey mic to make sure everything was set up properly in my listening position, which will be behind the computer while I'm, making the music. One thing to note though is that these speakers are actually able to be bi-amped as well, which essentially means that you can utilize 2 channels on your amp if it allows for it. So that way you're pushing the power of 2 channels to each speaker as opposed to just 1 channel. And I'll show you kind of the setup of that. So we didn't do it on this. I may end up doing it in the future, but just for this testing and unboxing purpose, I just wanted it to be in like a standard setup that maybe you would more likely find. Let's take a look at the bi-amp setup. All right, so as we can see, we're gonna go ahead and turn this bad boy around. All right, so looking at the back, as you can see, we've got our banana plugs into the top portion. If you put it in the bottom portion, I don't know if it still works or not, but it indicated in the instructions to use the top post. So as you can see, there's this gold bracket right here. If you unscrew all 4 of these, you can take both of them off, and then you would run your bottom channel to the secondary bi-amp channel that's on the receiver. Again, that's only if your receiver allows for it. Otherwise, you won't be able to do it. So let's see how these things sound by themselves right now, and then afterwards we'll turn the subs up so that way we can see that hopefully it's got a nice, rich, full, balanced sound. All right, here we go. We'll turn it down just a little bit. There we go. So the highs are super, super crisp. And you have a nice bass response, but I didn't do any adjustments as far as like bass levels go, since we do have the subs. But it's there and it's hitting all those lows with no issues. So let's turn the sub on real quick while we're still in the same song. This is how music is supposed to sound. Now with those subs on, everything just sounds just so full and so rich. That sounds amazing. Definitive did such a good job in putting the technology into these speakers and also into their subs, of course, but I've had those for a little while. But these things are very impressive. All right, so this is it, guys. That's it. One other thing that I wanted to mention, as you can see, the offset up there, you've got the one on the right side that's off to the right, the one on the left side is off to the left. So they are a left and a right speaker. You can't swap them. I mean, I guess you could swap them, but you're not gonna get the best overall sound quality with them. Hence, again, like all that technology that's put into that, that's part of it. So anyways, that's gonna wrap up this unboxing, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think of these, whether it's the design, if you've used them before, if you've listened to them before. Let me know about that in the comment section below. Otherwise, guys, I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye.